Hi guys, so while Leave voters generally cast their ballot to stop immigration, many didn't understand the consequence of that. The argument went something like this. I don't want people from country X coming to Britain, but when I met people from country X, those people were not the problem. It was always some faceless individuals who were coming and taking jobs and living off the welfare state. Well, for those who have been building a life in the UK over the last number of years, things are going to become extremely complex in the space of a few weeks. On the 1st of July, hundreds of thousands of EU citizens are about to fall into legal limbo in regards to their right to stay, work and retire in the UK. The British government has warned people from EU and EEA countries that they and their children need to apply for settled status or pre-settled status as soon as possible. There is a risk that those who do not by the 30th of June risk deportation. So what is the problem, you're probably asking? Just apply. The problem is that many have already applied but are still waiting for a decision back from the Home Office. There is a real risk that those who have applied for settled status but have not yet received it may have limitations put on their ability to travel or access parts of the NHS. And the waiting list is long. 320,000 people still haven't been told if they have been granted settled status. This applies to people who have been in the UK for more than 5 years and pre-settled for those who have been in Britain for less than that. A report from the UK and a Changing Europe has issued a warning to people saying that if they cannot demonstrate that they have the right paperwork to say that they have the right to reside, then they will lose all their rights and even invalidate their application. It's likely to hit the most vulnerable and those with complicated cases. Boris Johnson's government has said that they're working to reduce the waiting list and told those on it not to worry because of a quote-unquote pragmatic and flexible approach will be taken in regards to any late application. But Deputy Director of UK and Changing Europe, Catherine Bernard, said that people must be aware of the importance of having this status from a legal point of view. It doesn't really matter what vague language the government uses, it must be clearly defined in black and white. She said, and I quote, "In order to apply for settled or pre-settled status, all you needed to be was resident in the country before the 31st of December. But in order to be protected after the 30th of June, if you have not got the status, you have to be exercising EU treaty rights, which means you will have to be in work, self-employed, a student or a person of independent means." The complexity really comes in for children, the retired and partners of people from EU countries, but them themselves are from non-EU countries who have already applied but have not been granted status. There is also confusion for other groups. People who have been in the UK for decades are unsure if they need to apply for citizenship. Many people, and we've seen this with the Windrush scandal, believe that while they have been living in the country for a long period of time, that the changes will not affect them. But this is not certain. Settled status has been hailed by many as making the best of a bad situation post-Brexit. However, there's a real risk of discrimination taking place against people who are still waiting back on their application for settled status. The report talks about how in order to enforce the rules, it looks likely that after the 1st of July, property owners and employers will be fined if they rent or employ people without settled status or who have applied for that status. This will likely mean many people being turned away from accommodation or jobs. Legislation that's up for review at the moment stipulates that landlords will be required to carry out follow-up checks on renters with pre-settled status and face fines of up to £3,000 for breaking the law. At the same time, employers face similar fines of up to £15,000. The government have said that anyone who has applied by the 30th of June will have their rights protected until a decision is made on their application. But who is going to rent out a property or employ someone who risks being deported sometime later or they themselves face a fine? It seems many people are going to face an uncertain future after the 1st of July. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot. I want to say a big thank you to all of my patrons. You ensure that this channel continues to exist. I'm eternally grateful for all of your support. If you join Patreon, you will receive instant access to our Discord server, where we have both audio and video chats. You can chat with me and other patrons, where we discuss important and non-important issues. Becoming a patron per month costs about the same as a large coffee, so why not check it out?